Hello, my friends from YouTube. Today we're gonna quilt block number 9. Here is the deer. Look how cute he is. And I'm gonna be quilting the antlers. Look how beautiful they are, how well pieced they are. The color she chose for this quilt is just beautiful. I love the combination of the colors, the background of the quilt top, and the texture of the fabric also. Just beautiful. This quilt was quilted by Candy Fletcher, and this is the last block of the quilt, block number 9. And the pattern was designed by Elizabeth Hartman. And look at this, the color of those. I think I'm not sure how to pronounce the antlers for the deer, but I love it. I love the color. I love the color of the every single fabric that she used here. I just enjoy this quilting so much. As you can see, I'm taking my time so that I can be where I need to be, not to get out of the edge or anything like that. And this has been kind of like a series of videos that I've done in regards to this quilt, because it was a lot of quilting. It was big. Have a lot of I recorded a lot, so I divided like the sections in different videos. I thought that was like hair, but it was like a piece of thread. So I don't never try to pull the things that I see on the quilt hard, because you might just mess up the top. So you have to be really gentle, and if you cannot get it out, you just gotta cut it off, or you can leave it. But don't try to pull it really hard, because that might damage the quilt top. And so here I am. I continue to quilt slowly. I'm not going to do slow in the entire video. I'm going to be speeding it up for the body of the deer, because it's a lot of quilting and I didn't want to drag the video for like an hour. The video actually turned out to be like 18 minutes. But then I put some pictures, and I put a bonus clip at the end. After I put all the pictures, I put a few bonus clips on how I trim this quilt. This is completely at the end of this video. When I'm gonna trim a quilt for a client, I am absolutely nervous, because I want to make sure that that it's perfectly quilted, so that it won't be all wonky or anything like that. Candy sends me quilts that are square, and I send her quilts back that are square, as square as I can make them, because you know that when you quilt, things get distorted, especially if you quilt more on one side than the other, so the quilt tops get distorted. But I try to make even quilting on throughout the quilt, so that way that doesn't happen. And I stitch like around the edge first, so that way you stabilize the quilt top, and that way even if you quilt in the center like a lot, it doesn't pull as much. So as you can see, I have already quilted the border on here, and then I go in and start quilting in the inside. That gives me peace of mind, knowing that it's not going to be pulling. I learned that the hard way when I was practicing one of the Natalia's panels, Natalia Mahler's panel. When I first started, I started just quilting normal, like in the center of the quilt, the first block, the second block, and like that. And then when I got to the end, it looked like I have been pulling the quilt from one side. So I realized that I have to stitch on one side and stitch on the other side, and then your quilt is secured. That way you don't have that issue. I don't have a picture of that. I think I probably do on Instagram. I probably have a picture of that one that I pulled. It was a red block panel that I did. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the speed up deer later on in the video, but I just hope you enjoy it. Thank you. I want to thank all the people that have been watching these videos that I've been putting out about the quilting of this quilt. It's been a really nice experience making these videos for you guys, so you guys can watch these videos. And I'm just excited about it. I'm kind of sad that that's going to be the last video for this particular quilt, because this is a very, very nice quilt. I really, really enjoy quilting this quilt for Candy. But we're going to have other projects that I'm going to be uploading on my video. By the way, you guys, remember that I told you that I had a different channel, that I was going to upload things to a different channel? Well, I try to upload the video for my little bag that I posted. That, by the way, I learned how to make that bag by watching one of Melanie Ham's tutorials. And well, let me go back to what I was saying first, and then we'll talk about Melanie a little bit. So, what I was saying, actually, I get off track and then I forget what I'm saying. Oh my Lord. So, I had to pause the video, you guys, and listen to what I was saying to remember. Lord, I tell you. Anyway, what I was saying is that I made two YouTube channels, and I wanted to do one for my sewing, and I wanted to do and keep this one for my quilting. Well, when I try to upload that little tutorial for the bag, they sent me this thing saying that I violated whatever law for YouTube. So I'm like, whatever, I'm not going to do anything like that. I'll just upload them to my one channel that I currently have. So that's why I deleted that thing from my main page right there, the little YouTube logo, and I'm just uploading my sewing. I'll just make a playlist for my sewing and leave them in this channel. So that's what happened. So then what I was saying is that Melanie's husband put a video on her memory. I watched some of it, but my husband told me, just don't be watching, that's really sad, you know. But it is very sad. I just feel so bad for her kids and her husband. Melanie was so beautiful, and she looked like she was full of life, and just so sad. And my condolences to their family. So here I am going in between the little things that the deer had on the head, and then after I'm going to be doing other projects like I was saying. So I'm jumping from one place to the other. I'm going to be doing different projects between quilts. Then I'm going to do some sewing when I'm not quilting for clients or for me, and I'm going to be uploading them to this channel. So hopefully I'll be able to grow the channel a little bit. So now I'm going to go ahead and leave you here with the speed up quilting of the body of the deer, and I hope that you enjoy it. And just remember, stay to the end. I'm going to put random pictures through that I took from this quilt at the end. And also, like I mentioned, I'm going to do like a little video on how I trim the quilts for clients. A little scary at first when I'm going to first trim them, but I get through it. So thank you so very much, you guys, for watching, and I hope that you subscribe if you like this content, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comment. Thank you so much again for watching. Leave you here with some music and the sound of the sewing machine. Have a great day. Okay, so as you can see here, you guys, I quilt the surrounding of the animals and then I quilt the actual animal on some of them. The backing was gray, as you can see, and it had this stripe in the center with little pieces. So the thread I used for the back was gray, and I used different color threads for the front. So I want to thank a special thanks to Candy for sending me this quilt so that I can quilt it, and for trusting me with her quilt that she works so hard on. So thank you very much, Candy. This is the little clip that I was telling you about, and yes, I am very precise, so try to be very precise to send the quilter and the client the quilt as square as I can. And yes, I'm scared to cut somebody else's, to trim somebody else's quilt. So, and I should be, so that way I don't just randomly cut things that I'm not supposed to. So enjoy, and thank you so much again for watching my videos.